New Orleans, Louisiana, a city unlike any other in America. Perched on the curve of the Mississippi River, it's a place where French, Spanish, African, and American influences blend into something entirely unique. Known for its music, food, and festivals, New Orleans is also a city forged by disaster, resilience, and reinvention. Founded in 1718 by the French, New Orleans has survived fires, floods, epidemics, wars, and one of the deadliest hurricanes in U.S. history. Its streets carry centuries of stories, from pirate legends to civil rights struggles, all told to the soundtrack of jazz. But behind the postcard images of Mardi Gras and the French Quarter lies a more complex story. One of colonial ambition, slavery and emancipation, cultural resistance, and survival in the face of nature's fury. Let's begin in the city's earliest days, when its very existence was an act of daring. The founding on the Mississippi in 1718, French explorer Jean-Baptiste de Bienville chose a crescent-shaped bend of the Mississippi River to found New Orleans. The site was strategic. It controlled river trade and was defensible from naval attack, but it was also vulnerable to flooding and disease. Early settlers endured swamps, hurricanes, and outbreaks of yellow fever. Under French and later Spanish rule, New Orleans developed into a bustling port. Its Creole culture emerged from the blending of European, African, and Caribbean traditions, creating a society unlike any other in North America. The fires of 1788 and 1794. Disasters struck twice in a decade. In 1788, a Good Friday fire destroyed over 850 buildings, including the city's church and administrative center. Reconstruction was barely underway when another fire in 1794 wiped out 200 more structures. The Spanish rebuilt in brick with wrought iron balconies, giving the French Quarter much of the architectural character it retains today. Ironically, the French Quarter owes much of its look to Spanish resilience. The Battle of New Orleans in January 1815 during the War of 1812, General Andrew Jackson led a ragtag army of U.S. troops, militia, free black soldiers, and pirates under Jean Lafitte to victory against the British. The battle was fought after the peace treaty had been signed in Europe, but news traveled slowly, and the win made Jackson a national hero. The triumph secured American control of the Mississippi River and cemented New Orleans' place in the nation's strategic heart. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these true stories from America's cities, make sure to subscribe to Cityscope USA. Every Sunday, we uncover the hidden history that shaped the streets you walk today, and the ones you've never seen. Hurricane Katrina. On August 29, 2005, Hurricane Katrina slammed into the Gulf Coast. In New Orleans, levee failures flooded 80% of the city. More than 1,800 people died, and hundreds of thousands were displaced. Images of stranded residents, overwhelmed hospitals, and desperate rescue efforts shocked the world. Katrina exposed deep racial and economic inequalities, sparking debates about disaster preparedness, infrastructure, and justice. In the years since, New Orleans has rebuilt, but scars remain, both physical and emotional. Cultural resilience. Despite its hardships, New Orleans remains a global cultural capital. Jazz was born here, Mardi Gras thrives, and Creole and Cajun cuisines draw visitors from around the world. The city's traditions, from second-line parades to voodoo rites, continue to evolve while honoring their roots. Post-Katrina, neighborhoods have revived through community activism, art, and music, proving that culture is as essential to survival as levees and pumps. Notable New Orleans Storyville, the city's red light district from 1897 to 1917, birthplace of early jazz. The Superdome, shelter during Katrina, now a symbol of recovery. Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, whose legend still haunts the city. New Orleans is a city of contrasts, joy and sorrow, beauty and decay, tradition and change. It has faced fire, flood, and storm, yet its heart beats on, in brass bands, in gumbo pots, in the sway of a Mardi Gras float. And if you thought New Orleans' resilience was inspiring, wait until we explore Chicago, a city rebuilt from ashes into an architectural marvel.